Daniel Cormier weighed in. The Big Bear was talking about Islam Volkanovski in a rematch. Now, there are times when Daniel will speak, when he doesn't say it as a commentator. The influx, the tone, the structure of the sentences are not coming out. You know what, guys? I lost my cat. Been looking for, that's not actually why I'm in here. I lost my, hello there, cat. How long you been in here? But you're getting hungry about now. I've seen this guy since last night. Okay. Daniel will make statements, but they're coming more from a position of I am with the company. Here is the decision that we've made. Daniel is high enough. He's high enough to sit in on enough conversations that when he comes out and he makes what appears to be a statement by the company, sometimes it throws me off. And sometimes I gotta look at that and go, okay, is he telling us something? Is he the spokesperson chosen to get this out? Or is he just a commentator doing his show and the sentence structure was a little bit different, right? It's one of those things, but I bring that up because does that happen to you guys? Kind of know what I'm talking about with that? So Daniel, I assume talking to RC, and he just said, look, Islam's got work to do, and so does Volkanovski before you get those guys back together. Said, as a matter of fact, 155, meaning Islam, owes it to Benny Dariush. Owes it to Benny Dariush to give him a title fight if he beats Charles Oliveira, and Volkanovski owes it to Yair Rodriguez to get down there to 145, give him a chance to be undisputed. Daniel went even further. He said, this is the problem when you do a super fight. I love that he called it a super fight. I love that because I wish super fight would come back. The BMF title, by example, was nothing more than a super fight. We should do more super fights. Daniel said, it's the problem with doing a super fight. These guys go out there, they have a great match, and then the world wants them to do it again and put two divisions on hold. Okay, Daniel makes a really good point, right? There's a reason that when I read that, I have to wonder, is he a commentator talking, or did he just give a message from the organization? Volkanovski responded, though. Guess what Volk said? Volk said, that is not how interim works. He said, Yair Rodriguez is an interim champion. I allowed him to go fight and be an interim champion. If it's going to work the way Cormier says, I would have just had his match with Emmett be a number one contenders match. Okay. You have me listening, and I'm not sure what the stronger side is here. I do get both points. I lean a little bit towards Daniel, but I do get both points, and I thought that Volk was strong when he said that. Hey, listen, don't make it like I owe this guy something. That guy didn't want to fight me, and neither did Emmett. I told them to fight each other, and they did. Oh, and by the way, they even got a belt. They even got a belt just in case Daddy took over 155 and decided not to come home. So don't come at me and act like I owe him even more. That was interesting to me. It really was. It really was. I don't know if Benny Dariush has a bigger advocate than me. I don't hear people fighting as hard for Benny as I catch myself fighting for him. But Benny has openly said, very openly, it was in the ring after his last fight, he told the world, he said, look, there are certain things that go into getting a title fight. I'm paraphrasing. Certain things that go into it. There's a certain bravado, a certain performance, certain things are expected. I'm not going to do any of them. Now, he went a little bit further, which is to say, but if I don't get a title fight, I won't complain. And that's where it's now fair. Not only is it fair, that's why then guys like me become bigger Benny fans. Because that is the test. If you're going to go out and say, this is what it takes, and I'm not going to do it, you don't get to complain when you don't get the desired result. Benny said, I won't complain. You won't hear from me. Just keep giving me matches, and I'll just keep beating guys up. And you know what? That's what he's been doing. So, I mean, it's kind of an interesting point. I don't know that Volkanovski and Makhachev, look, it's not dead in the water. It's just not. There is nobody else that fought on the card that night. And we had a world title fight with Rodriguez and Emmett. There's nobody else that fought on the card that night that is still being discussed. No one. That is the sign of a bounce, right? When a fight is over and you go, okay, well, whose stock went up the most? There used to be a segment on a show that they would do, talk about whose stock went up the most. You can break that down into a scientific formula, which is just quite simply who remained in the headlines after the fight. I mean, if this is a fight that you guys want to see, you got one of the athletes. Islam's just saying yes because that's what Islam does. But fair enough. You still got him. And no decisions have been made yet. And nobody, the participants, the media, the coaches, the managers, the moms, the girlfriends, the sideys, nobody asked to see Pierre and Adesanya again. But that's going to be a big night of business. And I just bring you that because there's still opportunity for Islam versus Volkanovski. A couple of things have to be fixed. A couple of things have to be corrected. But that fight, it could happen again.